Hello, Global Heart Dance family. Anistara Maka, mother of 1111 Unify, here with my dear friend Ruticelli, who will be accompanying me with her beautiful cello during our presentation 1111 Unity Upgrade, Unification through Coherence. Ruti, can you share a little bit about what you will be sharing?
Absolutely. Today I'm going to be bringing frequencies such as 432 hertz, which is the harmonic intonation of nature,
Mm-hmm.
and 963 hertz, which is the vibration of the crown chakra. So we're going to be connecting with the earth through the body with the music and also with the divine source energy. I'm an improviser, a producer. I love working with frequencies to elevate the consciousness. And so, thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to share this with you.
So grateful. And you'll be using a looper as well,
Yes,
right?
I work with loopers, and it's all produced and programmed on the spot. It's part of the art of trust that I'm offering to the world through improvisation, giving an opportunity for more trust in our intuition in the moment to moment reality.
Beautiful. Thank you, sister. So happy to have you. Wonderful. So, what we're hoping that you'll receive during this transmission is to really drop into your heart frequency, to come into heart coherence. I am currently studying with the Heart Math Institute. I went through their Ad Heart Facilitator training program and learned the heart lock in technique. But until I'm trained further in some of their programs, I can't technically give you their heart lock in technique. But the meditations and the visualizations we'll be going through really is coming from my heart and from years of experience creating Sacred Circle and being a ceremony creatrix. So it's a little bit of a rendition for now until I'm fully trained with Heart Math. But I did want to give mad props to Heart Math and their inner balance trainer and their app to really learn how to come into heart coherence. And that includes your variability, your heart rate variability. And so essentially, when you're looking at it on a screen, you want your heart to come into really smooth sine waves. And that's how you know you're in a coherent state. And so I'll explain a little bit about this further into the presentation. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to create our sacred space, and Ruticelli will begin to play her music. And we'll drop into a visualization where I'm inviting you to make yourself comfortable, perhaps lay down, maybe even close your eyes, and just take a moment to drop into this heart coherent field with us together before we lead into the rest of our presentation. And so let us open this sacred container.
Please feel free to lie down or sit comfortably.
Mm-hmm. Begin to slow down your breathing. expanding your chest with each inhale. And feeling your chest contract with each exhale. As your chest expands, you're breathing in light energy. Truly bringing your focus into your heart. You can begin to feel the energies of love, compassion, understanding, and acceptance. Empathy for others. And the care we have in our heart to assist others in need. And as we feel these emotions begin to fill our body and our heart space, we can begin to visualize those that are close to us, our beloveds, our family. Bring the images of these people who are dear to you into that heart space field of energy. We can start to explore all the ways that we appreciate each and every one of them. And holding gratitude in our heart for all the things that we're grateful for in our life. An attitude of gratitude brings more of that energy into your life. When we are grateful and appreciative of the people, situations, the energies that we invite into our life, then we bring more of those experiences into our life. Let us feel that appreciation and gratitude in the present, here and now. Now let us expand this energy from our heart field into the torus around our body. Expanding that energy out past our 3D body and into the unified field of energy that surrounds us. You may even visualize bringing that energy even further out and into the room that you're in, or the space that you've created around you. And start to play with expanding it and letting it breathe with each breath that moves through your body. Keep your breathing stable, whatever is most comfortable for you, whether it's through the nose and out the mouth, whether you're breathing in through your mouth like a sipping and letting it go with an ah, or through both, in through the nostril and out through the nostril, whatever you feel is most comfortable for you in this moment. Keeping that breath constant and consistent. Let us start radiating that energy of love and compassion for others. Finding that love within our own heart space first, and then radiating it out. Feeling that energy field grow even further. And now we bring in that energy of kindness, consideration. We move from a place of kindness, doing all that we can do that's for the highest and best good for ourselves, our beloved, our family, our community, and the whole world. Start imagining that energy field reaching the entire planet, embracing Mother Earth with a loving, kind, compassionate embrace. Bringing in our appreciation and our gratitude for Mother Earth, for all that she brings to us. We see the ground where we plant the seed that grows the food that we eat. We see the trees that create the air and the oxygen that we breathe. We see the water, the beautiful water of Mama Earth. We bless it. We thank it. We send these beautiful, renewing energies to all the water on the planet. Even the water within our own bodies and the body of others. We're sending this vibration of love and acceptance and compassion to all the waters of the world. Bless this space. Bless this sacred container as we begin to come into our bodies and slowly start to open our eyes to receive this transmission and the divine knowledge and wisdom and truth that comes through when we are in heart coherence together. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for taking a moment to really just drop in with us. Welcome to 1111 Unity Upgrade. Now, some of you might be familiar with 1111. Some of you might experience it every day on your clock, or you see the number somewhere else in your existence. 1111 means something different for everyone. We all have our own experience of the magic of what 1111 is. And some people will just stop to take a pause, maybe take a deep breath. Some people might make a wish. Others might say a prayer. The point is that it is a moment of pause. It is a moment of connection to source energy, to begin within, in our own internal source energy. And when we begin within and we start by perhaps having a meditation practice or a dance practice or going for a walk in nature, all of these things can bring us into our internal examination of what it is that our soul, our spirit desires and wants to share with the world. Now, when you see 1111 and you take this moment of pause and you actually use it intentionally, many beautiful things happen. We begin to experience signs and synchronicities. We can start to see 1111 or other repeating number patterns in the world. The universe speaks to us in numbers, and usually in repeating number sequences. And so when you're more aware of these repeating numbers, then you're more aware of them. They're in your consciousness, and you begin to experience them more often. And if we actually utilize those moments to just stop and say a prayer or make a wish or really use it intentionally too, creating a sacred ceremony. Now we will move through the time of 11:11 p.m. in Bali during this presentation, and we will take a moment together. Now, these signs and synchronicities can guide us on our path. And if we're moving from a place of internal balance and stability, by cultivating the practices that bring us into coherence, then these signs and synchronicities become more evident to us. We witness them more often, and therefore we can connect to them even further. So I invite you to notice, to acknowledge 1111 and other repeating numbers throughout your life and see what happens. And for those of you who have already experienced this, we like to call you our 1111er community, because you're on that path of the magic that 1111 brings. I find that when I'm guided by those synchronicities and signs, that I can move through life with more grace and ease. That I can come from a place of inner knowing that everything's going to be okay. More than okay. Everything's going to be amazing. We are co-creating our future Earth together, where we can live in harmony with each other and the land. And it is important for us to tune in and tap in to these frequencies as often as possible. The 1111 hertz is known as the angelic frequency. It is a connection to source energy, God, Goddess, Mohammed, Buddha, Allah, all the names that we have for that source energy. Sophia, Christ consciousness. The teachings of these saints and ascended masters are all about love and compassion. Love thy neighbor. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. These are lessons that are most potent right now in this world. We are living in a polarized world. In 3D reality, we are living in a duality matrix. And so sometimes we can find ourselves struggling with the challenges that creates. Because at the truth of it all, We are multi-dimensional beings of light. We are here in these human bodies to experience the human experience, to live in this 3D world and learn the lessons that we are here to learn, that our soul and our spirit has signed up to learn. We have soul contracts that we come into this life with, and they are there to help us navigate. And sometimes we'll reach a certain point in our life and something will happen, and then boom, another one of our DNA codes are activated. And the next chapter of our life begins. Some of you might find that you're feeling called to change your name. Some of you might feel called to change your line of work or what you're offering in the world, your play. Some of you might have the inspiration to write a book or suddenly pick up a paintbrush and paint a painting. These Kundalini awakening experiences activate those codes within us that allow us to remember our connection to the divine, and that we are all one, that we are energetically connected through the unified field, through the divine matrix. 1111 is a portal and a doorway to pass through the different chapters of our life, those awakening experiences that open the door to the next evolution of our soul's calling. We all have these passions within us, the fire that brings us light, that allows us to feel lit up in our life. Some of us know what it is. Some of us just want to sing, and some just want to dance, and some just want to live by the ocean and surf all day. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, that is your true calling. And so creating your life path that allows you to follow that passion will guide us to our true purpose. We are all called to planet Earth in this moment in time. We all signed up to be here. Pick me, pick me. I want to go to Earth during one of our most great awakening moments in human history, our herstory. And because we all signed up to be here, that means that we all have a role. We all have a puzzle piece to click together and to be able to create the bigger picture of our awakening on planet Earth. 1111 is so important to me in my life. I've been acknowledging it for almost 2 decades now. I was actually born at 11:12 p.m., which means I entered this life through the 1111 doorway and portal. And so when my dear partner and beloved Andrew and I started really acknowledging 1111, we realized that we wanted to create sacred space for our families and our community to come together in a sacred circle, and that we would create a ritual where we called to the corners, created the circle, and then we all spoke aloud our prayers. Our prayer for ourselves, our prayer for our family, our prayer for our community, and our prayer for the world at large. And so when this started happening, what we noticed was whatever somebody brought to the circle to pray for, it happened. It came true. And so we have to be really careful about the way that we invite things in and what we're asking for. You want to be pretty specific. So for instance, my husband and I wanted to call in the birth of our child. And so we really brought that to our sacred circle with our community. We wanted to own our home that we were living in, and we really brought that to the circle and our community. And those things came to fruition. They magically unfolded before our eyes. We've had community members come to our 1111 gatherings where they would ask for their partner in life and they would find them, where they would want to change in their job and they would find it. And so when we come together in these special moments, whether it's 1111 or 1234 or 111 or 222, but if we take a moment with intention, especially with intention with multiple people, then it amplifies and magnifies the intentions and the prayers that are put into the circle. And so our 1111 gatherings would grow, and eventually we grew out of our home and into retreat centers. And last year, we ended up taking it virtually, and 1111 Unify was birthed. This is a beautiful, intentional virtual event where people can tune in and listen in to powerful presentations and inspirational interviews, music, art, movement, and meditation. And so one of the things that really comes up for us around creating the virtual event is that we want to take it global this year. And so, Global Heart Dance Community, we invite you now in this moment to join us for 1111 Unify Global Gathering on 11/11/2021. The theme this year is co-creating coherence, the emergence of a unified alliance. What better time to come into coherence together on a global level? So to share a little bit more about 1111, 11 is a master number. It actually means spiritual awakening and enlightenment. And so when we actually work and play with that number in our life, we crack open those codes into further awakening and our awakening process. It's all a process. We are all guided by our heart and our intuition, and it's really about listening to that. It's about honoring our intuition and knowing that our internal guidance system is here to lead the way. And our heart and heart coherence is one of those ways that we can tap further into our intuition and the divine truth of all that is, that we are all one. Because whatever happens for us on a healing level, individually, happens in the collective field as well. And so we all hold that piece of the puzzle. From our own sovereign bubble, we can radiate and share loving and renewing energies with the world, even sitting at our own home. And that has true power. That has true magic to it. So let's talk a little bit about coherence practices. So you can do this however you choose, whatever you feel called to, whatever's most comfortable for you. As I mentioned earlier, some of us are dancers, some of us are musicians, some of us are painters. And when we drop into that zone, that flow zone, we are in a coherent state of being where we can return to a place of balance and homeostasis. And so when I'm learning with Heart Math Institute, they talk about the variable heart rate and the pattern that it creates when you're wearing the inner balance trainer. And so I invite you to go to heartmath.org and look up the heart lock-in technique and just read what they have to say about heart coherence and how to use the inner balance trainer. Again, I'm looking forward to learning so much more from them and honoring what it is that they bring into the world, because they truly share it with scientific backup data. They really do explain how, on a scientific level, heart coherence leads us in our life. That our heart is our first brain, and then our brain is our second brain. And so if we lead with our heart from a coherent place, then our brains and our thoughts will calm down, will find more peace. We have thousands upon thousands of thoughts that rain through our brain every single day, and we have to take a moment sometimes to calm the thoughts, to relax into the present moment, and to be able to release and surrender anything that isn't serving us, any of the energies that don't serve us, fear, hate, negativity, whatever it is, and to invite in those loving and renewing energies. And then we can begin to align our energy centers as well, because the heart is the center of our energy centers. Our base chakras, our earthbound chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, are our earthbound chakras. They tie us to Mother Earth, where we can send energy to her and transmute any negativity and transform any energies that we're asking her to help us with. And then we meet in the heart in the center. And then our upper centers, our upper chakras, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. They connect us to Source, to God energy, to the universal energy, to the divine matrix. And when we imagine our Sushumna, our energy center channel, and the energy coming out the crown and coming down and re-entering our body through the root chakra, creating this Taurus energy, and vice versa, sending it out through the root and bringing it up into the crown. Sometimes when you see images of people sitting in lotus for meditation, you can see an image of the Taurus field around them. That's the energy field that we can expand. It usually goes out on an electromagnetic level about 3 feet from our body. And so the more that we practice to come into that centered place and that coherent place, the more we clear and energize our energy centers and our chakra channel, our Sushumna, and moving that Kundalini energy. Everyone is in their own place in regards to their awakening process and in regards to their meditation practice or their heart coherence practices. And so let's learn how to be patient with ourselves. Let's learn how to really understand that we are in our own process, that we can even forgive ourselves if we drop out of our practice, that we can remind ourselves that every day is a new day to be, say, and act a new way. We wake up in the morning with new cells in our body, and we literally wake up as a new person. And so why not extend that out into the rest of our lives? If we made a mistake the day before, or we had harsh words with someone, or even ourselves, that we can come into a place of forgiveness for ourselves for doing that, and then maybe ask forgiveness as well from the person that we might have offended. It's so important these days to come from that loving place, so that we know that we are in alignment with the highest and best good. The highest and best good for all of humanity. One of my favorite coherence practices is actually going out in nature, taking off my shoes, putting my feet on Mama Earth, and just listening. Listening to the wind in the trees, listening to the birds above. When I go out into nature in this way, with this intention, it helps me discover my true nature, who I am, what I'm here to do, what I'm here to share. Some people enjoy being in a place with running water. This is the ocean, or a waterfall, or a creek, or a river. Because the negative ions that are created by the running water greatly affects our energy field. It helps cleanse and wash away any negative energy. And so running water is a very healing place to intentionally sit and just be quiet for a moment and listen to it, drop in within, and experience the healing properties of the negative ions that the running water brings to you. Sometimes I enjoy just sitting in a nice warm bath with some candlelight, perhaps a good book, a cup of tea, just immersing myself in the water and infusing that water with healing energy. You can use Epsom salts, you could put crystals or stones into the water, you could put essential oils into the water. However you feel will serve you the best. But again, the intention is to lie in the water and let it cleanse and renew you. And so you can hold that intention in your mind as you enter the bath, and as you are in the bath, and as you exit the bath. Earlier we spoke about the flow state and being in flow. For many, many years, I had a spiritual hoop dance practice where I would come into a meditative space with the hoop and that spiraling energy around my body, and intentionally using it as a funnel, as a way to collect universal energy and the things that I was drawing in and wanting to have and experience in my life. It was a powerful practice because I'm in that unified field of the spinning energy that brings us life. And so when I'm in that flow zone and that flow state, that channel, that clear connection to source happens so beautifully. And so everyone experiences flow state in their own way. And I invite you to revisit your practice if you've put it down a while ago, to play again, to paint again, to write again, to sing again. Remember whatever it is that lights you up, that brings warmth to your heart. These are the things that is beautiful having as a daily practice, even if it's just for 5 minutes. I'm reminding myself, even in this moment, to do that, to go up into my studio and just dance. I love dancing. And here we are in Global Heart Dance, where the intention is to dance it out, to connect to our heart frequency and dance together in one unified field. for all of humanity, for all of our awakening. And so I'm going to invite us into another coherent meditation. And drop into that heart space again and enjoy it through 1111. And find yourself in that comfortable position once again. Maybe placing your hand on the heart if you choose. Yeah, I'd love for you to keep playing. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this for about another 5 minutes. Thank you, sweetheart. Just dropping into what we just received and the transmission that just came through. They're all beautiful reminders, even for myself, as I speak them aloud. And coming into that deep breathing again. Feeling your chest expand, that light energy. Bringing in the energy of love, compassion, acceptance. Breathing in the energy of forgiveness, kindness, and care. Filling our body with light energy. If you guide this light around your body, seek and find out any areas that might feel stagnant or staticky. Something might even be painful. And intentionally bring that ball of light energy to that place in your body. Whether it's your neck or your lower back, wherever it is that needs that attention, that needs that love light energy. Bring that ball of energy to that place right now. And just allow your breath to keep it there for a few moments. And as we clear and cleanse through our bodies, bringing the light into all the water molecules that create our bodies, filling each and every one of them with that healing love light energy. Now let's imagine a temple in front of us with 4 pillars creating the 1111 portal. We see it there in front of us. We can be guided through it. As the temple doors open, we walk through the portal of unification through coherence, unifying each and every one of our heart fields right now on a global level, enveloping and surrounding Mother Earth with this toroidal energy of love and healing. we send this unified field of energy to Mama Gaia and to all of humanity right now. We call to the 1111 portal and ask for its guidance to bring us the synchronicities and the signs that we would like to witness to help guide us in our life, to open our heart space to more intuition and the divine truth. And what happens when we live from that place of unity consciousness, where whatever we choose to do, whatever actions we take in our life creates a field in the collective. Whatever healing occurs within ourselves on an individual level radiates out on the collective level. We are doing great work here now, together, family. Let this work continue. Let it become our play. Let it be grounded now in this present moment. Blessed be, family. Blessed be. Thank you for entering the 1111 portal with us for this 1111 Unity upgrade. Oh, Ruti, blessed sister. Thank you for your beautiful music.
Thank you for this beautiful, beautiful art of sharing, the art of caring, the art of being in the heart, the art of expansion, of empowerment. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. Sweetheart, I would love for people to know how to reach you and get a hold of you.
Sure. You can find me on Linktree, which is linktr.ee, the link.ee /Ruti.Celli, which is Celli. So, and Ruti is Ruti.
So Ruti dot
Celli,
Celli. Awesome. So grateful, sister. Thank you. I would love for you to come back and do this with us for 1111 Unify.
This is my dream.
So again, family, thank you for being here. You can find out more about 1111 Unify by visiting 1111unify.com. You can also find me on YouTube, Anistara 1111. That's Anistara 1111. So, blessed be, family. Thank you once again for joining us. And we hope that you are creating a beautiful life.